Hi everybody, this is a Dark Storm Comics here with a review for Youngblood issue 3. And here's the cover. We got my three favorite characters of the Youngblood roster here. We got Die Hard, Chapel, who's the guy with the skull face, and then we got Shaft, the leader of the team. And yeah, I really like this cover. It's very action oriented, very detailed, like most classic Image comics were back in the days of the 90s. And I really like the style. I know a lot of people call it 90s comics or whatever, but I really like this type of stuff. Very action oriented cover. I like it. I love the face he's making here, like the very angry, like I'm about to take somebody out face. He's got the sword too, sticking up there. So yeah, it's a really cool cover overall. And then we get I think he was known as Bedrock here before he became Bedrock. So technically, in the earlier issues, this is issue 3 of Youngblood, in the early issues of Youngblood, he was known as Bedrock before he became Bedrock. But yeah, whatever you want to call him, Bedrock, here he is. He makes a little cameo on the cover. And yeah, cool cover. Die Hard, Chapel, Shaft, my three favorite characters. But yeah, let's get into the story. So we start off the first page with a guy named Prophet, and he is not a part of the Youngblood team. I think he helps him out later on. I don't know. I'm not really a Prophet fan, so I can't really tell you anything about Prophet, other than the fact that he has, I think, met the Youngblood team a couple of times. Has made a couple of appearances, but here we see he's battle damaged. He's got a lot of blood here. Really cool, pretty cool image. Not as glossy as later comics in the Youngblood series, but still pretty good looking image overall. Pretty neat. And then sorry, it's kind of hard to turn with a little card in the way. But anyways, okay, so we keep going and we see there are these robots. I believe they're called the Disciples, I believe. Yeah, they're called the Disciples, and Prophet's trying to find them off right now, and we get this really cool image of him just kicking these robots' butts. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Here we see him making a fist motion, and he just kind of takes the robot out. It's really cool. See, he has a very lighted up and beat face here. And he's, they're just kind of talking about how, he basically, Prophet, what this is describing right now is Prophet is like a genetically modified, and I think it says he's genetically modified to specifically take out these robots who are called Disciples. So yeah, it's pretty cool opening. Lots of good action. I like it. Picks one robot up, and then blocks him in front of the other one. Pretty cool stuff. So anyways, he picks one up again. He's just tossing them around, and then it talks about how, because this happened in an earlier issue where Prophet was teaming up with some of the Youngblood away team, because there's two Youngblood teams. There's the away team, and then there's the home team. The home team, I think, like, deals with more local stuff, like around New York and stuff, and the away team deals with more national stuff, I think. Don't quote me on that, because I'm probably wrong. But anyways, there are two teams. There's a home team and an away team. And this is the away team. The away team, they're down. They're kind of distraught. Prophet was trying to help them out, but they weren't able to really do much. They got beaten. And then we get away from that scene to this scene where we meet up with the Youngblood home team, which right now consists of Bedrock and Shaft, because the other team members are all doing something else. And this is a funny scene, because basically it's like a... Okay, so the Youngblood team, for those of you who don't know, they're like a celebrity superhero team, but they're also sanctioned by the government. So basically, they're a governmental superhero team. So basically, the government basically tells them when to fight a crime, when to stop a crime, when to take care of a problem. They're not like an independent team, like, say, the Avengers, where the Avengers, they can just go wherever they want to, do whatever they want, go save, fight whoever they want to. No, the government is in control of Youngblood. They make all the final decisions. So it's like if the U.S. president had like all the control, and the U.S. government had all the control of a superhero team. They direct them where to go, who to fight, and who to take over. So the Youngblood can't do anything without the U.S. government's approval. So, but the cool thing is that they're also celebrities. So there's no secret identity type stuff like that, with Spider-Man or somebody like that. No, they're all publicly well known. They're like celebrities, like pop singers or stuff like that. So and this is where the funny part comes in. So Chef's walking away. He's walking Bedrock, and he's kind of annoyed. This marketer guy keeps talking to him, and he's basically telling him stuff like, "Hey, we need to really, you need to go to your core meeting at 6 p.m. You need to get ready for your toy marketing deal. You need to do all this. We really need to cut your hair." And Chef's like, "No, you don't cut my hair. You don't even touch my hair." He's like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "No, do not touch my hair." And Badrock's basically giving him like a hard time about it, joking around with him. And he's like, I think you'd look good with I think it's just like a mullet cut or something like that. And he goes, "Haha, very funny." So it's just a pretty good scene. It's just a pretty funny scene because he's also talking about like how sorry guys, just ignore the noise. Anyways, so he's kind of talking about how all these toys and all these clothes you're selling, it's really exploiting the customer. That's what Shaft's saying. And then the guy's like, "What? No, because more variance means more money for the company, for the government. We need this. We need this kind of publicity. You're gonna have like there's gonna be like a bunch of action figures of you, Shaft. There's gonna be an Arctic Shaft and an Aqua Shaft and a Silver Shaft or something like that." And you just say like, "Oh, there's gonna be all these variants, and people are gonna buy them up." I mean, nobody's holding a gun to their head. No one's holding a gun to the customer's head that they need to buy this toy. We're not being exploitive. We're totally cool. When he's like, "Yeah, I don't know. I think you guys are being pretty exploitive." So I just thought that was a funny scene overall between the Shaft and the leader of the team, the marketer guy here. And then we get the scene where Strong Arm, who's this like really big dude, and he's a part of this bad guy group called the Four, and they got the Four locked up. Strong Arm's one of the team members, and Shaft's like, Shaft's like, yeah, you're not gonna get out of this. You're not gonna break free. They're kind of just heckling each other. I like this little image right here. Very aggressive and very, very cool. And so they're just kind of mocking each other back and forth, and they're just kind of. I mean, literally here you can see what he says right here. Fight first you'll scream, then you'll bleed. He's kind of just really mocking them, and they're just kind of standing back surprised. And then he makes Strong Arm very angry. But what we don't find out is that actually the Four are planning a jailbreak, and here's one of the team members here. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of forgot. I think it's her name. I'm sorry, I kind of forgot. But yeah, she wears a pretty cool looking faceplate. I really like the looking design. I'm not going to go over this scene too much because it really isn't a part of, kind of like a sidestep to the story. I'm just going to sum it up real quick here. So there's I think, so this guy's like a Catalian warrior or something like that. And apparently they're trying to find this other warrior who they think has done some pretty bad stuff, accusatory stuff, and so they're trying to find him and trying to they think he kind of betrayed their race and something like, I don't know. That's the part of the book I didn't really like that much. I'm just going to go ahead and skip past it because it's not that important for this story. But here we get some really cool stuff that I do kind of like, where and again, the celebrity stuff of Youngblood is actually really, really interesting. I think that's one of the things that makes the team really, really cool. So, Shaft shows up to his court appointment where he speaks to the public. And some really interesting stuff goes down because they bring up something that happened, and I haven't reviewed the first issue, but they bring up something that happened in an earlier issue where basically one of the Youngblood members of the other team, the away team, killed a terrorist, killed a military terrorist, and obviously, having one of your superior team members who's sponsored by the government, that makes the government look bad, right? So, it's the government, so they're going to want to cover all that stuff up. So essentially, when people start asking questions about the Youngblood member killing the terrorist, Shaft tries to cover it up quickly and say, "Oh no, he committed suicide. He didn't know, no Youngblood member killed our team. He committed suicide." So I can't tell if Shaft in this part is lying to help cover up the government, to help cover up the government and not make the government look bad, or if he actually doesn't know about the events that took place in the first issue, which I haven't reviewed, but I'll probably review it soon. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. I thought that was really interesting. I like the fact that they're a celebrity team. They're sponsored by the government. So if they do something bad or drastic, it's not like with the Avengers you can just wipe it away clean and you're good. No, they work for the government. So if they do something bad, it not only makes them look bad, their image look bad, but it makes the government themselves look bad. So obviously the government's going to want to cover that up because they don't want any flack on themselves. They don't want their they don't want their good-looking celebrity superhero team to looking bad and looking and to be posed as a threat and a danger. So yeah, I think that's really cool. That was a really cool aspect of this issue. So yeah, that's really cool. So yeah, they're answering more questions. We get some kind of word cameos, like if you read earlier in comics, we get cameos like with not actual physical cameos, but like people will say their names, like or allude to them, like here we go. What about the Phantom that has been sighted in New York City? And if you're an Image fan, that's probably Spawn. We also got what are the vigilante killings on the East Coast? The Spinebreaker, that's Shadowhawk. The biggest one is also Savage Dragon. And I really like Shadowhawk a lot. I don't really read any Spawn or Savage Dragon though, but yeah, so those are cool. Those little word cameos there. And so the team's walking away. They get done with their meeting. Shaft's like, I'm done with this stuff. I just want to go home, take a shower. And then and the guy's like, oh no, the four broke out. You need to go stop them. And Shaft's like, okay, team. Guess I gotta get that hot shower and we gotta get to work. So they go. We get this pretty cool scene with like a prison breakout. And again, I forgot this lady's name. I'm sorry. Really forgot her name. I like her look though. Her look is freaking awesome. But yeah. Really, really cool image here. I really liked it a lot. Really dig her suit. I love these 90s looking, because they actually look like real superhero suits, Because I feel like some stuff with comics today is just kind of generic and kind of boring looking. Like, this actually looks really cool and it just stands out to me. I don't know. But then again, I don't really read a lot of modern comics, so I could be way off, but just from stuff I've seen. But yeah, anyways, this scene is freaking awesome. So this scene is just incredible. So we get this awesome scene of freaking Chapel on his awesome motorcycle, Shaft holding up his bow and arrow and just shooting some arrows. And Bedrock, it doesn't matter which name you call him. Yeah, he's breaking through the window. But yeah, I really love this image. I love it a lot. The detail in it is great and amazing. The art is awesome. Like, this is the reason why I love these early 90s Image comics. They're my style. They're very action-oriented. They don't take themselves so seriously or try to go into a deeper meaning or deep story, which, hey, in some cases it's really good. Like with Spider-Man, right? You need a deeper story for Spider-Man because Peter Parker has a very, he has a pretty deep story, I guess. Pretty interesting story, but this is just simple action. It's fun. It's entertaining. And the art just really draws you in with this panel here, And I really dig it. I mean, look at how cool this. You got Chapel with his gun. I'm gonna get a closer look for you guys. You got to witness this. Got his Chapel and his guns here. I really like Chapel. Funny thing is, I'm not a huge Spawn fan, but I really like Chapel a lot. We got Shaft here. Get up closer for you guys. There we go. And then you see him actually shooting his arrows here too. He has a special bow, I forget. It's able to. His bow is like made of some kind of metal material. I can't remember, to be honest with you guys. But he can actually shoot. Cool thing is he can shoot arrows without an actual bowstring attached. So it's really cool, really cool. We get Bedrock, whatever you wanna just go with Bedrock, I guess. He breaks through the window, and that's a really cool scene. Altogether, this scene is just incredible. So I had to show that off. I had to. And then we get this other awesome scene where Shaft does a freaking flip, and then he fires arrows. Look at how detailed this is. Man, this art is good. The art is good. The action's amazing. I mean, it feels like a 90s to 80s action movie. I love those types of movies. So, and I love these types of books too. Get a closer scene for you guys here. I mean, it really just pops. It's not as glossy, because these are the earlier issues, and they're not as glossy as the later ones, but of the Youngblood series. But it's still really good. It still draws you in. We get him flipping more arrows, and here's an incredibly awesome scene. So I'm gonna make sure I want to get some detail for you guys so you can see what's going on here. But yeah, so he flips, shoots the arrows, flies at the lady, and we get this freaking awesome scene. Oh, it's amazing. So the arrows are flying at her, right? You've probably already seen it, but the arrows are flying at her. She's acts surprised, but then she's just grabs them with like one hand when they're about to just hit her face. Like, how cool was that? Like, come on. You can't sit here and say to me that isn't cool. Like, come on. I just love how she just grabs it and you get this cool little image of her and how the arrows are just this close to her face. Like, come on. Freaking cool. So, come on, baby, turn the page. So then, classic banter with the superhero and supervillain. She goes, I can't remember the exact words, but she says, yeah, you got to try better than that, Archer. You won't be able to hit me. And he goes, well, give me a few more shots and I'll be able to pin you down real good. And she goes, I'd love to, but, first you gotta try to handle my ninja buddies first. So, sends out these, like, white ninjas. And here's where we're getting some really, really good action and a really cool pose. Yeah. So anyways, the white ninjas come in. One, like, kicks Shaft in the face. Sorry. Come on. Kick Shaft in the face. There you go. Here's a better look at it. Then, the ninja also kicks him. He kicks him, I guess, in the chest face, and he kicks him again. Really, really cool scene. Boom. Boom. And then here's where the cool part comes in. So I'm going to zoom in on this, because you gotta see this. So he Shaft's obviously getting his butt kicked. So then Shaft's like, okay, now it's my turn, basically. And then he, like, kicks the ninja dude in the chest, and blood just flows from him. Okay, but get this. Notice this. So he kicks the guy in the chest, right? Blood squirting out and everything. But then the ninja guy who was holding the sword, he kind of lets go of it, and it's flying in midair. Well, then Shaft decides to grab the sword that's flying in midair, literally right back, stabs the ninja dude in the chest, and it's so freaking cool. Look at this. Okay, so I'm just going to play all this for you guys again. Kicks him. Ninja guy. Kicks him again. Shaft counters that kick by kicking him too. Sword flies. Notice the sword flying. Picks up the sword. And he, like, stabs the dude right in the chest. Check out this awesome dialogue too. He loses his sword. I give it back. Look at that, guys. That is the most awesome thing you've ever seen. Or one of the most. I'm not going to say most, but one of the most. I've seen a lot of awesome stuff. And then, here it comes. You ready? Look at this pose, guys. Look at this. Look at how awesome this is. Look, he's all, like, beefed up, and he's holding the sword, and there's, like, blood all over it, and he just has this angry face. It's like... If you don't think this is cool, I don't know really what to do. You might need to seek help, I guess. I don't know. But I'm just making a joke, obviously. If you don't think it's cool, it's whatever. It's your opinion. Totally fine with me. I just think it's cool. I like this image. How cool of a poster would this make, too? I bet they made one years ago, but... Get a face... It's kind of getting a little blurry, but you can kind of see his face here. Okay, but yeah, so that's a really, really cool picture. Then we get Bedrock. I think he's Bedrock in this. I'm just going to call him Bedrock for the duration of this video. Bedrock beating some ninjas too. We get a pretty cool scene. Nails one to the floor. Probably should have killed him with that big of a punch, but yeah. smacks another ninja. Yabba dabba doom. There's a funny thing where he says that, and then he goes, "Could I get sued for that? I wonder." And I thought it was kind of funny, but kind of cheesy, but kind of funny. Knocks him aside. There's the other funny part that's pretty funny too, where he goes, "Seriously, guys, arrows, like, you think it's gonna do anything to me? I'm literally a rock monster." And then the guy fires arrows. The arrows, like, break off of him, and he's like, "I told you guys, can't do anything to me. Like, come on, what are you guys thinking?" And we get this really cool image where he just straight up, like, punches a ninja in the face, like, so hard. Man, it's just so cool. The action in this issue is great. I think that's why it stood out to me among the issues I've read, because I had more Youngblood issues too. But I'm covering this one just because it really stood out to me as far as action, some certain things like the court scene. I thought that was really cool. Really good scene. Really, really good scene. Punches the dude. Then we get some, Bad Rocket celebrating his victory. We get some stuff with Chapel. Here's a cool little image of Chapel here. Firing his guns. Firing his guns, and I like this comment that he makes where he goes, never did understand what good a flying kick was against a gun." I thought that was really funny. I thought that was hilarious, because in a way he's kind of right. So he's holding the gun in his hand, and ninja jumps on him, shoves the gun into the ninja's chest, and then just blows his back off, and it's great. I mean, what more can I say? It's awesome. I mean, the picture says it all. Do I really need to add any comments, or just being honest with you? It may be hard to see. I'm hoping you guys can see this. See the blood here on the back. Yeah, cool scene. Get this really cool close shot of Chapel here. Chapel just looks pretty cool. I like the skull imprint on his face or makeup or whatever you call it. Because, actually, right now it's makeup, but later on I think Spawn in a Spawn comic actually burns the skull insignia to his face. But, yeah, cool image. More action. Takes them all out. But then the four show up out of nowhere, because if you remember, so basically the ninjas were a distraction, and the four were able to break out. Again, I know who Strong Arm is. Oh, this one's Gage. This one is Gage. I know that. Strong Arm, Gage. I'm sorry I don't remember the other ones right now. I should know her name, but I forgot. But yeah, Strong Arm and Gage, I know who those two are, because as you'll see, they break out, they start taunting them, and then they're about to teleport, because they're like, "Oh, we'd love to stay in chat, we'd love to kill you guys, but we got stuff we gotta do." So yeah, they're about to leave. This guy just looks straight up like Wolverine. It's funny to me. Yeah, so here are all the characters. I want to make sure I'm getting them for you guys. Strong Arm, Gage, Chicken Yellow Suit. I'm sorry, I don't remember their names. Chicken Purple Suit, and then Wolverine, or guy who looks like Wolverine. And then so they're about to teleport away, because that's what they got to do. They're about to teleport away, and while they're teleporting, Chef's like, "Chapel, on my mark." And Chapel aims his gun, and then he goes, "Fire!" Boom, and we get this cool little shot of Chapel firing his laser type pistol. I just love how everybody in these older 90s comics have laser guns. Like, I love laser guns. I love blasters. I love stuff like that, because I am a fan of sci-fi, so I like those laser type blasters. Anyways, he shoots his gun, and while they're teleporting, and before they all he's able to, basically what he does is he knocks a Gage here out of the teleportation loop, because you can see the forwards teleporting away, and before they all teleport away, Chapel shoots Gage out of the teleportation field, so he can't teleport with the rest, basically. So he shoots him. As you can see by the blood spurt here. And so basically, they've captured Gage. Captured one of the four. Shav's like, "Okay, you better give me some freaking answers, Gage, or else I'm gonna just, beat you to a pulp," basically. Pretty cool scene. And then we get to our final shot of the book. Okay. And I'm kind of hard to do, so I'm gonna have to do it like this. I'm sorry. Okay, so we get the final shot. We're Die Hard. You know, one of my other favorite members of Youngblood. I got my three favorite members, like I said, are on the cover. Chapel with Shaft and Die Hard. I just really love Die Hard's look, and he has like a shield ability that's really, really cool. But anyways, to sum up the last bit of this issue, Die Hard's like, okay, well, we can deal with the Ford later, but we got to go help the away team. And darn, the away team. I'm forgetting name today. The away team and Prophet, the guy in the beginning of the issue. The away team probably got to help them because remember in the beginning of this issue, the away team, the Youngblood away team was down. Those members and oh my goodness. They were down, and Prophet was down as well. There we go. Yeah, they were down as well. So Dyer's like, okay, we gotta go help them. We gotta go help them defeat the disciples, the robots. So let's get going. And yeah, I just like this ending pose here with Die Hard. It's really cool. And so yeah, that's basically the end of the issue. I'm sorry, guys. I'm forgetting names today. Yeah, and we get This is just an ad for Bloodstrike, which is another cool issue. I like the later issues. I don't really like the earlier issues of Bloodstrike, but I like it when it becomes a solo series. But anyways, let's go. Man, there was I swear I thought I saw a cool little piece of artwork in here, but maybe I'm thinking something else. I don't know. But anyways, okay, so that was Youngblood issue 3. I really like it. It's one of the Youngblood issues that really stood out to me. I like the whole. Here's the thing. I'm not even a real fan of. I'm not even a huge fan of team books. I'm more into like solo comic book heroes. But lately, I've been kind of getting more into team books. Sorta. I really like Youngblood a lot. I like the first 10 issues. Really, really cool. Specifically when it features my favorite characters. And these three, obviously. And it's just a fun book. It's a really, really fun book. It's very action oriented. The art's great. I love how the characters look. I like the. Story-wise for this issue, it stands out to me because I like they really kind of they don't dig into it much, but they dig into it a bit with the whole celebrity thing where it's like, oh, like with the marketer guy in the beginning, it's like, oh, we got to market all these toys off, we got to sell the Aqua Shad, the Arctic Shad, we got to meet for your celebrity meeting and your core meeting, we got to plan all this stuff, we got tons of toy shirts and everything to sell. You guys are popular, you guys are banging, we gotta sell stuff for you guys. So they do dig into the celebrity aspect. I also love the part where the court case where Shad's basically covering up what the away team, the other Youngblood team, did to the terrorist guy. Because I'll restate it again real quick. In the first issue of Youngblood, the second Youngblood team, the away team, went to go take out a terrorist. Basically, they went to go take out a terrorist. And one of the Youngblood team members took him out, but he took him out in a very radical way where he basically, this Youngblood member, I don't remember his name right now, but he used his mind powers to make the terrorist's head explode and blood just went over everywhere. And basically that was pretty much too drastic. That was too drastic to happen. When the government found out about this, because remember, Youngblood is a government-sanctioned team. They can't do anything without the government's approval, the U.S. government's approval. So when the U.S. government found that out, they were like, "Oh no, our celebrity team, this is gonna make them look bad, and it's gonna make us look bad. We gotta cover it up. We gotta cover it up with some makeup, blankets, whatever you want to call it. We gotta cover this thing up. The public can't know. So they make up this whole thing where, no, Youngblood, they would never do that. No, the terrorist, he committed suicide. He committed suicide, and so and that relates to the court case in this issue. I like the court case thing where it's like a. Shaft's basically, one of the audience members or whoever asked him that question about the terrorist and if he really committed suicide over a Youngblood member. And I like the fact that Shaft's covering up for the government's butt basically by saying, he committed suicide. None of our Youngblood members would ever do that. We are not an assassin's group at all. They kind of are basically, in a way. So either he knew about it and he's just straight up covering up to help the U.S. government out, or he didn't know about the incident and that's all he was told about the suicide. But yeah, that court case scene was really, really cool. And yeah, the action was great. I really liked the action. All the team members got to do something pretty cool. Chapel got to shoot a guy. Shaft got to fight a lot of ninjas. So, Bad Rock got to beat a few people. And yeah, it was a good issue. So yeah, good issue. I would definitely recommend. And this is Dark Storm Comic Reviews signing off.